Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. So last class I have explained you about moving ahead with Flash CS3. So there I have explained you about Flash, different tools, polyester tool, eyedropper tool, free transform tool, everything I have explained you. So today I will explain you more things about Flash. So while watching the video, you must keep your books and notebooks with you and take out your book and open page number 47. Already I have told you about Flash tool and everything. So first we will do the activity given in page number 46. So take out your book and notebook and hold one pencil or pen, because I will tell the answer of that activity and you have to write down those answers. So let's start chapter 4, moving ahead with Flash CS3. Again and again I am telling, while watching the video you must keep the book and notebook with you. So the activity given in page number 46, tick the correct answer in the box. Okay. Which tool helps you to resize, move or rotate an object on the stage? Eyedropper tool, text tool, free transform tool. Answer is free transform tool. Second, which tool helps you to copy, fill, stroke style from one object to apply it to another object? That is eyedropper tool, text tool, free transform tool. The answer is eyedropper tool. Third one, which resizing handles in the free transform tool should be dragged to change both width and height of an object proportionally? Vertical, horizontal and corner. Answer is C, corner. So first answer is C, free transform. Second answer is eyedropper tool. Third answer is corner. Fourth one, which tool helps you to type text on the stage? Eyedropper tool, text tool, free transform tool. So to type text we use text tool. Fifth one, which option of the modify menu helps you to convert text into image? Symbol, break apart and convert to curve. So answer is break apart. Now symbols and instances. Once a symbol has been stored in the library, it can be dragged from there onto the stage any number of times during the creation of the animation. Suppose this symbol has been stored in the library. It can be dragged from there to the stage any number of times during the creation of animation. So what is a symbol? Symbol is a graphical reusable object, image, animation button stored in the Flash library. So symbol is a, children underline that blue box. Symbol is a reusable graphical object, image, animation or button in the Flash library. Now what are the steps? Each time you drag a symbol from the library onto the stage, you create an instance of the symbol. What is an instance? An instance can therefore be defined as the occurrence of symbol on the stage. So instance can be defined as the occurrence of symbol on the stage. So what are the steps? Converting graphic to a symbol. Any graphic that you draw on the stage can be converted into symbol. First select the graphic drawn on the stage. First select this graphic drawn on the stage. Click on the modify convert to symbol option. The convert to symbol dialog box appear. Type the name of your symbol. Here type the name of your symbol. Select either movie clip or the graphic option to define your symbol type. So select either movie clip or the graphic option to define your symbol type. Now click on the OK button. Now click on the OK button. The selected object will get converted to a symbol and will be added to the library. So the selected object will get converted into symbol and will be added to the library. So first you have to select the object, then click on modify convert to symbol. Now in the type the name of the symbol. Select either movie clip or graphic option to define your symbol. You can see here different clips are here. Then click on OK button. The selected image will be converted. Now symbols and instances. Step 3 already I have told you, select either movie clip or graphic image. Then you can also use the selection tool to move the symbol from one place to another. So selection tool you have seen, you can also use the this is the selection tool, free transform tool, selection tool, and release the mouse button to create instance of the symbol on the stage. Suppose you want to create an instance, then you have to release the mouse button to create the instance of the symbol on the stage. Now once we have converted creating an instance to symbol on the stage, once we have created a graphic into symbol, we can place any number of instances of it on the stage by the following steps given below. So what are the steps? Open the library panel. If not already visible in the flash window, click on window and library. You will see the symbol listed in the library panel. Click at the name of the symbol and drag it on the stage. Click at the name of the symbol, click at the name of the symbol and drag it on the stage. Release the left mouse button to create an instance of the symbol on the stage. Similarly, you can create as many instances of the symbol on the stage you want. You can use free transform tool, resize and rotate symbol. So you can use any symbol to rotate, free transform tool to resize or rotate the symbol. You can also use the selection tool to move the symbol from one place to another. So you can also use the selection tool to move from one place to another. You can use the free transform tool to resize, rotate or rotate the symbol. Now next, you can delete an instance of the symbol from the stage simply by selecting it using the selection tool. So using the selection tool you can delete it. You have to use the selection tool to delete it, and then pressing the delete key from the keyboard. So children, you must have seen the delete key. So press the delete key from the keyboard. Deleting the instances of a symbol has no effect on the symbol stored in the library. Suppose deleting the instance of a symbol has no effect on the symbol stored in the library. Now deleting the instance of a symbol has no effect on the symbol stored in the library. Now tip: to change the color of other properties of the symbol, use the property inspector window. Change the stroke of color from here. You can change the stroke of color from here. Change the fill color from here. You can change the fill color from here. Change the stroke thickness from here. You can change the stroke thickness from here. Click to select line style. Different types of lines are there, thin, thick. So click to select line type. Next, understanding the timeline. We can rearrange the order of the layers to set the order of objects in the movie. Which should appear first top layer, which should appear bottom, later bottom layers. So understanding the timeline, the area of the flash document window between the title bar and stage is known as timeline. Like you must have seen in tape recorder or anything, the timeline. So the area of the flash document window between the title bar and the stage is known as the timeline. So a typical timeline of a flash document and its various components are shown below. So this is known as frames. This is the current frame. This one is written, this is the current frame. 12.0, this is the frame rate. This is edit bar where you can do the modification. This is scene 1 is written, and this frame with dot is a keyframe. So this frame with the dot, this is known as keyframe. This frame with the dot is known as keyframe. This is layers. So let us understand the important parts of the timeline more. So children, you have to draw the diagram which one is given on the book. All the diagram you have to draw and you have to label all the diagram. The scenes. Flash movie generally consist of several scenes. So let us learn to create movies with single scene. Whenever we open a document window in Flash to work in, we will be working in scene 1. So we will be working in scene 1, but we can add as many as scenes to a document as we like by using the scene option on the insert menu. So you can include the more scenes by insert menu. Remember, scenes are the individual segments of the Flash movie. They are the individual segments of a Flash movie, just like the scenes of the movie that you watch on the television or theaters. One scene is different from the other, shot at different time, at different location, and maybe shoot using different actors. So these individual scenes are put together in a proper sequence to create a full length movie. So scenes are the individual segments of a Flash movie, just like the scenes of the movies that you watch on the televisions or in theaters. One scene is different from the other, shoot at different time at different location or different actors. So these individual scenes are put together in a proper, you can see in movies all the serials, they act different places but all are joined together. So Flash movie general consists of several scenes. So let us learn to create movies with a single scene. Whenever we open a document in Flash to work in, we will be working in scene 1. Next, the layers. A scene may contain several layers. It contains several layers. Layers are like transparent sheets stacked on top of each other. On one top, the other layer is there. We can rearrange the order of the layers to set the order of objects in the movie. Which objects should appear first, top layer, and which objects should appear later, bottom layer. We can draw objects on one layer without affecting the objects on other layer. So we can draw objects on one layer without affecting the objects on other layer. When a document opens, it contains only one layer. So when a document contains, by default it contains one layer, but you can add more layers. We can, however, add as many layers to the timeline as required. The layer section of the timeline contains the option buttons to insert, lock, hide and delete layer. So the layer section of the timeline contains the option buttons to insert, lock, hide or delete layer. Now this eye icon. So click here to show and hide a selected layer. So here, click here to show and hide a selected layer. Click here to unlock or lock a selected layer. Now click here to insert a new layer. Click here to insert a new layer. You can see, click to insert a motion guide layer. Here you can insert a motion guide layer. Now here, this one you can see, drag a layer into this trash bin. You can see this is a trash bin. To delete it, you can also drag the layers one over the other to change their order. So in this way you can drag a layer into this trash to delete, and you can also drag the layer one over the other to change their order. So these are the layers, children. You have to draw this diagram in your notebook. Now understanding the timeline. Same, the layer section here, our diagram is more clear. The layer section of the timeline contains option button to insert, lock, hide and delete layer. So this button, the I, this button is used for show and hide layer of the selected. This is used for insert. This is used for click here to insert motion guide layer. Drag the layer into, this is trash bin. See, this is a trash bin, and this one to lock or one lock sign is here to lock or unlock a selected layer. So children, you have to draw this diagram given in page number 49 with all the labelings. Now understanding the timeline, frames and keyframes. So a layer is made up of many frames. These frames appear to the right of the layer in the form of small rectangular boxes separated by the lines known as frame lines. Each frame can contain single image. You can see from here to here, each frame can contain single image in a sequence of images that when played together create an illusion of motion or animation. This is keyframe, this is blank keyframe, and this is a frame. So notice that every fifth frame has light gray fill. You can see every fifth frame has light gray fill and is marked with the frame number 5, 10 and so on. You can see 5, 10 and so on. Frame 1 has a black dot over it indicating that the keyframe contains image in it. This black dot indicates that a keyframe contains image in it, means here one image has been inserted. So each frame, layers are made up of frames. Each frame contains single image in a sequence of images that can be played together in a illusion. In that way they create animation. Like one reel is joined with another reel, then they can create a animation. So each frame contains a single image in a sequence of images that when played together create an illusion of motion or images or animation. Notice that every fifth frame has light gray fill and is marked with the frame number. So a keyframe is a frame that contains key image in the animation where object begins or ends an action like moving, changing shape, fading or spinning. So remember, a blank keyframe is marked with a white dot indicating that it is empty and key image is yet to be drawn. So blank keyframe is marked with white dot and the filled keyframe is marked with black dot. Black dot means image is there and white dot means hollow. That images, it is indicating that it is empty, key image is to be drawn. So that's all for today. See you in next class. So children, whatever I have explained you have to draw the diagram of all the things, and your activity, you have to complete the activity and you have to write all the terms to learn and let's recall of this chapter. And book exercise, try to solve the book exercise, but after the end of the chapter I will give you the book exercise. So that's all for today. See you in next class.